Hello everyone, welcome to maths class. I hope all of you have completed chapter 1 and 2. Today we will start new chapter 3, fractional numbers. Fraction means part. What is fraction? When a whole thing is divided into parts, each part represents a fraction. As for example, this is one whole circle, and this circle we divide into two equal parts. So each part represents one half of the whole. One half of the whole. Suppose this one whole circle divided into three equal parts. So each part represents 1/3 of the whole. Similarly, this circle divided into 4 equal parts and each part represents 1/4 or quarter of the whole. Now next example, look at this figure. This figure is divided into how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this figure is divided into how many parts? 10 parts. So total parts equal to 10. Now you count how many parts are shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total shaded parts equal to 6. So out of 10 equal parts, how many parts are shaded? 6 parts are shaded. So 6/10 part is shaded. Now next topic is numerator and denominator of fraction. A fraction is written with two numbers, one over other and separated by a line. The number above the line is called the numerator of the fraction and the number below the line is called denominator of the fraction. As for example, here 6 above the line, so this is numerator, and 10 below the line, so this is denominator of the fraction. And this fraction we can read 6/10 or 6/10. Now we will solve some exercise question. Exercise 3a. Question number A. Color one half of each figure. Question number 1. First step, what you will do? You have to count this figure how many parts. You count how many parts? 1, 2. So total parts 2, and you have to color one half. Okay, means divided by 2. So total parts here what? 2 and divided by 2 because you have to color one half. So divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2, 2 ones are 2. So how many parts you have to color? One part. So just you said one part. Next question number 7. Same thing. Now first step, you have to count total number of parts. This figure how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4. So total parts 4. And you have to divide by which number? Because one half part of this figure you have to set. So divided by 2. So 2 2s are 4. So how many parts you have to set? 2 parts. So 1 and 2 parts just you set. Next question number B. B. Divide each collection into 2 equal parts by dotted line. First step, you will count total number of things in this collection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total number of things in this collection what? 12. So 12. Now you have to divide it into 2 equal parts. So divided by 2. So 2 6 12. So in each part how many things should be there? 6 things. So just you divide into 2 equal parts like that, and in each part how many things are there? 6 things. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Next question number C. Color 1/4 of each figure. 1/4 means quarter also. Now first you see this figure is divided into how many parts? How many parts this figure is divided? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So total parts of this figure equal to what? 8. And we have to divide into 1/4. So divided by 4. If 1/4 is there, then we will divide total number of parts by 4. If half is there, then we will divide it by 2. So this total number of parts 8 divided by 4. Why divided by 4? Because we have to color 1/4 part. So 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8. So how many parts we have to set? Only 2 parts. So 2 parts you set. Question number D. Divide each collection into 4 equal parts by dotted line. So first step, we have to count total number of things in this collection. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20, and we have to divide it into 4 equal parts. Total number of things divided by 4. So here total number of things in this collection 20, and divided by 4, because into 4 equal parts we have to divide. So 20 divided by 4. 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 4 3 ja 12, 4 4 ja 16, 4 5 ja 20. So in each collection how many things should be there? 5 things. So we will divide into 4 equal parts, and in each part how many things should be there? 5 things. Just you see, in each part 1 2 3 4 5, each part 5 things are there. In this way we will divide. Question number E. Color 1/3 of each figure. First step, we have to count this figure. How many parts? How many parts? Total number of parts 1 2 3. So total number of parts 3. You have to color 1/3 part. So divided by which number? 3. This is rough work. 3 1 ja 3. 3 minus 3 0. So how many parts you have to set in this figure? 1 part. So 1 part just you said. Next question number F. Divide each collection into 3 equal parts. 3 equal parts by drawing dotted lines. So first step, you know, first what we will do? We will count how many things in this collection. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. You write 12. Okay, this is rough work. How many parts? In 3 equal parts. So divided by which number? 3. 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6, 3 3 ja 9, 3 4 ja 12. So 3 4 ja 12, 12 0. Now in each part how many things should be there? 4 things. So 4 things should be there. So we will divide like that, so that in each part 4 things should be there. 1 2 3 4. Each part how many things? 4 things are there. In this way we will divide this collection. Question number G. In each of the following, write the fraction representing the shaded portion. This question, you see how many parts are shaded. 1 part is shaded and total parts 1 2 3. So shaded part, 1 part, 1 will come in numerator and total parts will come in denominator. So 1 by 3. Next question number 5. First you count this figure, how many parts? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So total number of parts will come in denominator, and how many parts are shaded? 1 2. So 2 parts are shaded, 2 will come in numerator. 2 by 8. When you will reduce this 2 by 8, now 1 by 4 will come. Question number H. In each of the following figures, shade as mentioned. Here question is 1 by 4. Out of 4 equal parts, you have to shade how many part? 1 part. So here total number of parts 4, and how many parts you have to shade? 1 part. So you shade 1 part. Now exercise 3A. All questions you have to do in book. All questions you have to do in book with pencil. Now next exercise 3B. Question number A. Set the figures and fill in the blanks. Okay. Here how many parts you have to set? 8 parts out of 9 equal parts. out of 9 equal parts, you have to say how many parts? 8 parts. So you said 8 parts. Okay. Now what will be the fraction? 8 will shaded part we will write in numerator, and total parts we will write in denominator. So 8 by 9, and fractional numbers 8 ninths, NINTHS. Next question number B. Write the fraction and the fractional number corresponding to the unshaded part. So in this figure you have to count how many parts are unshaded. How many parts are unshaded? 1, 2, 3. So unshaded part we will write in numerator, because the question is asking corresponding to the unshaded part. So unshaded part we will write in numerator, and total number of parts we will write in denominator. Total number of parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 3 by 8, and fractional number 3/8. Question number C. Write the numerator and the denominator of the following fractions. This is question 3 by 11. Now numerator above the line which number? 3. So numerator equal to 3, and below the line denominator, so denominator equal to 11, because below the line which number is there? What number is there? 11. So numerator equal to 3, denominator equal to 11. Question number D. Write the fraction whose first numerator is 4 and denominator is 7. Numerator above the line we will write numerator what number given? 4, and denominator what number given? 7. 7 we will write below the line. So 4 by 7 is the answer. Question number E. How many 1/5 are there in a whole? Suppose this is one whole circle, and this circle I have divided into 5 equal parts, and each part represents 1/5. So how many 1/5 make this whole circle? You count how many 1/5 part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 1/5 in a whole. Question number G. Divide each collection into suitable number of equal parts and find the value. First step, you have to count the things in this collection. In this collection, how many things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of things 6, and you have to divide it into how many parts? 3 parts. So 6 divided by 3. 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6. So in each part, how many things should be there? 2 things. So you divide like that. First part, second part, and third parts. Each part, how many things are there? 2 things. Now 6 divided by 3, 2, and then 2 multiplied by 1 equal to 2. So 2 is the value of this question, and the things are divided into 3 equal parts are like that. Next question. Question number 7. Now first step, you have to count total number of things in this collection. Total number of things in this collection, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of things 6, and these 6 things we have to divide it into how many parts? 3 equal parts. So 6 divided by 3. 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6. So in each part, how many things should be there? 2 things should be there. So we have to divide like that, so that 2 things should be there in each part. Now 6 divided by 3, what? 2. Then 2 multiplied by 2 equal to 4. So 4 is the value of this question, and this collection we will divide like that. Question number H. Draw a collection of objects. Divide the collection into suitable number of equal parts and find the value. Here question is 2 by 5 of 15. Means 15 things we have to divide into 5 equal parts. So 15 divided by 5. So 5 1 ja 5, 5 2 ja 10, 5 3 ja 15. In each part, how many things should be there? 3 things should be there. And in how many parts we have to divide? 5 parts. So first part, how many things? 3 things. 1, 2, 3. Second part, 3 things. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that we will do. Now 15 divided by 5 equal to 3. Then 3 multiplied by 2 equal to 6. So therefore 2 by 5 of 15 equal to 6. Now next exercise 3C, question number A. Write the next 3 equivalent fractions of each of the following. Here question is 4 by 5. So we have to find out 3 equivalent fraction of 4 by 5. So we will multiply both numerator and denominator first by 2, then both numerator and denominator by 3, and then we will multiply both numerator and denominator by 4. So 4 multiplied by 2, 5 multiplied by 2. 4 multiplied by 3, 5 multiplied by 3. 4 multiplied by 4 and 5 multiplied by 4. So 4 multiplied by 2, 8. 5 multiplied by 2, 10. Next 4 multiplied by 3, 12. And 5 multiplied by 3, 15. 12 by 15. 4 multiplied by 4, 16. 4 4s are 16. And 5 multiplied by 4, 5 4s are 20. So 8 by 10, 12 by 15 and 16 by 20 are the equivalent fraction of 4 by 5. Suppose here 3 equivalent fraction. If the question is 4 equivalent fraction, so we will multiply next consecutive number. So we will multiply by 5, 6 like that. So first you go through the question. Here question is asking 3 equivalent fraction. So first multiply by 2, then for the next number by 3 and for the next number by 4. Question number B, filling the missing numerator. First you see here, to get denominator 20, we will multiply 4 by which number? So 20 divided by 4. 4 1 ja 4, 4 2 ja 8, 4 3 ja 12, 4 4 ja 16, 4 5 ja 20. So we will multiply 3 by 4 both numerator and denominator by the same number, means 5. So 3 multiply by 5, 4 multiply by 5. So 15 by 20. So the missing numerator is 15. Next question number 7. Look at the question. To get denominator 9, 54 divided by which number? So first you divide 54 by 9. 9 6 54. So here both numerator and denominator we will divide by the same number, means we will divide by 6. So 30 divided by 6, 54 divided by 6. 6 5s are 30 and 6 9s are 54. So 5 by 9 and missing numerator is 5. Now question number C, filling the missing denominator. Look at the question. To get denominator 16, we will multiply 8 by which number? So 16 divided by 8, 8 1 ja 8, 8 2 ja 16. So we will multiply both numerator and denominator by same number, means by which number? 2. So 8 multiply by 2, 11 multiply by 2. 8 2 ja 16 and 11 2 ja 22. So here missing denominator 22. Question number D. Find an equivalent fraction of 3 by 4 with. Now question number 1. Numerator 21. So we will write like that. 3 by 4 equal to numerator given 21 and we have to find out denominator. So look at the question. To get numerator 21, we will multiply 3 by which number? So first rough work, just you see by which number we will multiply 3. So 21 divided by 3. 3 7s are 21. So 7. Now 3 and 4. Both numerator and denominator we will multiply by 7. So 3 7s are 21. 4 7s are 28. So 21 by 28 and 3 by 4 are equivalent fraction. Question number 4. Denominator 24. So we will write like that. 3 by 4 equal to denominator given 24, numerator we have to find out. So look at the question. To get denominator 24, we will multiply 4 by which number? So we will divide this 24 by 4. So 24 divided by 4. 4 6 24. So we will multiply both numerator and denominator by the same number. So 3 multiply by 6, 4 multiply by 6. So 3 6 18, 4 6 24. 3 by 4 and 18 by 24 are equivalent fractions. Question number E. Check whether the given fractions are equivalent or not. So now question number 1, look at the question. Here 3 by 15 and 1 by 5. Here question is asking this 3 by 15 and 1 by 5 are equivalent fraction or not. Two fractions are equivalent if the cross products are equal. So here we will apply cross multiplication. 3 multiply by 5 equal to 15 and 15 multiply by 1 equal to 15. So both the products are equal. Hence 3 by 15 and 1 by 5 are equivalent fraction. Next question number 5. Same. 2 by 11 and 6 by 21 are equivalent fraction or not equivalent fraction. So we will apply cross multiplication. 2 multiply by 21 equal to 42 and 11 multiply by 6 equal to 60. Here products are equal. Here 42 and here 66. Products are not equal. So both the products are not equal. Hence 2 by 11 and 6 by 21 are not equivalent fraction. Now come to the exercise 3D. Here question number A. State whether the fraction is in its lowest term or not. If the fraction can be reduced, then it is not in lowest term. If the fraction cannot be reduced, then it is in lowest term. Now question number 1, 12 by 20. Now you have to think which number divide both numerator and denominator exactly. Common number, same number. So here 2 divide this 12 also and this 20 also. So we will divide both numerator and denominator by 2. So 12 divided by 2. What? 12 divided by 2. 2 6 12. So 6. Now 20 divided by 2. 2 1 2. 0. Again 0. So 10. So 20 divided by 2. 10. Again it can be reduced. 6 divided by 2 and 10 divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2. 2 3s are 6. And you count 2 table. 2 how many times 10? 5 times 10. So 3 by 5. This 3 by 5 further cannot be reduced. So 3 by 5 is the lowest term of 12 by 20. Here question is asking this fraction is in its lowest term or not. So this is not in lowest term because it can be reduced. So 3 by 5 is the lowest term of 12 by 20. And first we will write 12 by 20 is not in its lowest term. 3 by 5 is the lowest term of 12 by 20. Next question number 3, 20 by 29. Know any common number or same number that divide both numerator means 20 and denominator 29 exactly. This 20 is divisible by 2 but 29 is not divisible by 2. So we cannot reduce. So 20 by 29 is in its lowest term. Next question number 6, 38 by 57. These are thinking based questions. So you have to think and then you have to reduce. 38 by 57. Now one common number is there that divide 38 and 57 Exactly. That number is 19. So 38 divided by 19. You count 19 table. 38 divided by 19. 19 ones are 19. 19 twos are 38. So this 38 is divisible by 19. 8 minus 8 0. 3 minus 3 0. So 38 divided by 19 equal to 2. And 57 divided by 19. 19 ones are 19. 19 twos are 38. 19 threes are 57. So you must learn multiplication table so that you can think and you can reduce. So 19 threes are 57. 57 divided by 19 equal to 3. So 2 by 3. Again, no any common number is there that can reduce this 2 by 3 further. So 38 by 57 is not in its lowest term. Then what is the lowest term of 38 by 57? 2 by 3 is the lowest term of 38 by 57. Question number B. Encircle the fraction which is in lowest term. Here 4 fractions are given and you have to find out which fraction is in its lowest term. So what we have to do? We have to check. So 4 by 5 is in its lowest term. Why it is in lowest term? Because 4 by 5, no any common number that divide 4 or 5 exactly. So 4 by 5 is in its lowest term. Now we have to check these fractions are in its lowest term or not. So we will check one by one. Now 12 by 15. Here 12 and 15, these two numbers are exactly divisible by 3. 12 divided by 3. If you divide this 12 by 3, 3 4s are 12. So this is divisible by 3. So 4. 15 divided by 3. You divide this 15 by 3. 3 5s are 15. So 15 minus 5 minus 5 0. 1 minus 1 0. So 15 is also divisible by 3. So we can reduce this 12 by 15. So after reducing 4 by 5. Now next fraction we will check 40 by 50. So 40 divided by 5 and 50 divided by 5. This 40 and 50 is exactly divisible by 5. 40 divided by 5. 5 8 is a 40. 0 0. Now 50. 5 ones are 5. 5 minus 5 0. Again 0 will come here. Now 5 zeros are 0. So 50 divided by 5, 10. 8 by 10. This 8 by 10 we can reduce further. 8, this 8 and 10 is divisible by 2. So we will divide by 2. 8 divided by 2, 4, and 10 divided by 2, 5. So 4 by 5 is the lowest term of 40 by 50. Now similarly 16 by 20. So 16 divided by 2, 8, and 20 divided by 2, 10. Again it can be reduced. So we will reduce 8 divided by 2, 10 divided by 2. So 8 divided by 2, 4, and 10 divided by 2, 5. So 4 by 5 is the lowest term of 16 by 20. So these fraction we can reduce, but 4 by 5 we cannot reduce. No any common number is there that reduce 4 by 5. So 4 5 5 is in its lowest term. Now question number C. Reduce to the lowest term. Here question number 1, 10 by 20. So you have to think which number divide this 10 and 20 exactly. Okay, so this 10 is divisible by 2 and 20 is also divisible by 2. 2 table you count how many times 10? 5. 2 5s are 10. Again 20 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2. Now 0 will bring here. Now 2 zeros are 0. So 20 divided by 2, what? 10. So 10. Again 5 and 10 we can reduce. This 5 is divisible by 5 and 10 is also divisible by 5. So we can Again reduce. So 5 divided by 5, 5 1 ja 5, and 10 divided by 5, 5 1 ja 5, 5 2 ja 10. So 1 by 2 is the lowest term of 10 by 20. Next question number 2, 21 by 28. Now you have to think which number divide this 21 and 28 exactly. Yes, 7 can divide this 21 and 28 exactly. 7 table you count how many times 21 will come. 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21. So 7 3s are 21. 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 2 0. So 7 3s are 21. Again 28 divided by 7, 7 4s are 28, 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 is the lowest term of 21 by 28. This 3 by 4 further cannot be reduced. No any common number that can reduce 3 and 4. Now homework. Exercise 3A do in book. All questions you have to do in book with pencil. Exercise 3B, question number A and question number B. This is in page number 31. This one also you do in book. Exercise 3B, from question number C to question number H, you have to do in maths copy with pencil. Exercise 3C and exercise 3D, both exercise you have to do in maths copy. This is your homework and you just try to do all questions. Thank you.